I just want to show the authenticity of the mixing part of it, like where I'm from, and like the love it gave me, the hate it gave me, everything like that. Something that everybody can relate to, like being from my hometown. This Tay, Valley Boy Tay, Dontaé from Valley Stream. I'm rapping. My artist, inspire everybody the way I can, doing my job the way I need to. I don't try to go out my way to like wow you that I can rap because I can rap. I don't gotta show you that I can rap. You gonna hear it in the lyrics, so I try to make sure it's to the point. Explain things I want the way I want to, like the way like when you hear the way I say it, eventually you be like, oh, that's a Dontaé bar. If I have a write for somebody, you be like, oh, nah, Dontaé wrote that.
How would you track the growth and evolution of your music?
Shit. I think the rawness was like raw talent. Now it's like it's calculated, and I know how to properly express myself. I think before I was just kind of just saying whatever was going on in my head, just throwing it on, and like I mix master and engineer everything in my room, so it's like I'm figuring it out, and that's how I first started. Like I was just figuring out, just putting together like this works, like hopefully this works. To this day I don't know what a 16 is, don't kill me, but I just rap and I piece it together the way I think it sounds perfect and how I think it should sound. So now it's just like my ideas are just getting like way more foolproof, things are just making more sense. I guess to myself, when I was analyzing my music, it was kind of everywhere, but now it's way more like together, and it makes sense, and the points I'm trying to convey, like you feel them more, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
And you would say for the most part your fashion sense aligns with your musical?
Yeah, like the way I dress is like, it's raw at times. It could just be like exactly what I'm feeling. Like I don't really think too much. I like to just throw on whatever feels comfortable. If I gotta match the situation, I'll match the situation. But for the most part, like people tell me I'm like a cartoon character at times. You'll see me, my hat backwards, vintage tees, some Rick on, and then some sneakers you probably can't afford. And I'm just keep on moving like that. Like that's just how that's how I move. That's my aesthetic in my head. I don't want anyone to pinpoint me and say like I can do that. That's like my number one thing. Like I want no one to look at me but I can do that. I don't want you to be able to do that. I want you to be better than me. Don't do what I do though.
Like Long Island style, like I know it's still New York, not quite New York City.
Man.
But talk to us about like, the way people dress out there and how that's influenced you.
This is a lot of sides of Long Island. There's the side where, they got the Sperry's and the polos and, the khakis. There's a side where it's people from the hood who pull up and they dripped out the way they dripped out. But like on my side, we make sure we on some Rick Owens needles. We just make sure we wear like whatever is the future in our head, and we try to make sure we turn it up crazy in our own way. Cause you know how the internet is, it gets very like mannequin like, oh, I'm gonna do that. No, we don't do that. We get the pieces we want and we go crazy. Like me and my guys don't stop. Like that's just, especially in the valley, like there's people on the central side too. I'll show some love to the north side too, but the central side, like my boy Javon, they go crazy. Like they just make sure they on their shit, cause at the end of the day, it's expression. That's what it comes down to. So. That's a big thing. That's a huge thing about Stream. How you dressed, besides sports and shit like that, like how you dress is like big.
Now talk to us about like the hip hop presence in Valley Stream and Long Island as a whole, and how you're trying to contribute to that.
It's getting crazy. I think the most notable person is probably Swoosh. That was a couple years back. Swoosh guy, he's doing his thing for real. Other than that, we got a lot of people. We got people on the north side. We got Marvin Dolo. There's a lot of people on we got Sebs. We got a lot of people on like a low-key level that if you hear them, it's quality. You would think they're signed. You would think they're out of here, but we just kids just getting it, just going crazy, and thankfully a part of that like whole movement, because it's wild to like even see everybody's growth. Like people really going crazy in quality, and we all doing it inside our rooms. Like no one's going to their studios and paying for it. This and that. Everybody's immersed in their craft, so it's just fire.
Upcoming release. And what was the inspiration behind it, and what was your thought process in going to like creating, and what can we expect?
This is the third project, so it's a heat check, like basketball terminology. I'm just bringing back to ball. Like I'm going trying to catch on fire for this one, and it's the same thing, but it's like it's a little bit of a story to it. Through this year and a half of making a process, I probably went through like a lot of ups and downs in my life. Like it probably made me like more of a man than ever prior, than like a lot of trauma I've been through, and this year and a half taught me a lot, and I put that in the project a lot. Like when I make my music, I don't make it for myself, even though it is for myself. I make it for people who need to listen to it and need to hear it. So it can seem like I have a lot of confidence and bravado, But what I'm trying to do is for you to subconsciously say these things in your head as you're listening to it. That when you get out of it, you say it to yourself and you feel that way. Like depression's a real thing for people, and I'd rather people really get themselves out of it. And if you can hear my cocky ass, I'm not really cocky, but through the music, if you hear that cocky shit, it hopefully like you want to feel that, and then you grasp onto that, because that's what like my favorite artists did.
Biggest influences in hip hop and biggest influences in fashion. Start with hip hop.
Hip hop, my biggest influences. I'm gonna start with Dom Kennedy. He's the reason why I even started rapping. Dom Kennedy for sure. Drake. I'm listening to him since he was making room for improvement when he wasn't the greatest. I'll say Key. Those three right there, like my DNA, I would say. Like you won't hear it. You might catch little parts of it, but that's like the DNA. Those three right there are like a big reason why I'm where I'm at. Fashion. I don't know. People don't really influence me much. I say like Jerry Lorenzo is one person. Like his vibe is super comfortable, and that's for the most part how I like to be. Other than that, I say Matthew Henson. He's a stylist. He does it right. He does it definitely right. And my boys too. My man Chris Smith. He's a model. He does it too. Like I'll get influence from people around me that are like directly affected, because we're at a weird point, like I said, with the mannequin thing. Even the people up top are starting to dress like the people below because they don't know what to do. So I make sure that I keep that in mind always, and just kind of have that underdog kind of feeling. Yo, I got some shit on. I want to walk in a spot and yay, or Rocky be like, fuck, what's this nigga doing right now? Like I gotta figure it out. I want that forever.
Big facts. Yeah.